Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another World of Warcraft video, and is your host Papatello always, bringing you news, bringing you the coverage. And I must say, today is a beautiful day over here in the East Coast. We got beautiful calm weather, walk outside weather, go touch grass weather, a little bit of exercise weather, so to say. And you know, your boy's been going out lately. I've been going for walks, I've been strolling around the parks. I'm not always locked in here and wow, just staying in the world of Azeroth, but when I am, I'm fully locked in, and you best believe that. Don't ever get it twisted, alright? Unless it's a seal twist, so lock it in. However, it's a really beautiful day. I'm very grateful for this day, for the grace of God shining upon the beard, as always growing it to its final form like I'm Frieza. However, got the 100% water fully locked in. I say Hydration Nation. I feel a little blockage going on. 1 second. Yes. It seems like this is not a retribution water, but is indeed a conjured water from the mages of Dodnasis, and maybe near Stockades doing the gold farms for 5 gold a run. Not bad, not too shabby, definitely reported. However, keep those mages on high alert, keep them at the mage quarters, and never let them at the cathedral. But lock it in. However, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video from last night. It was just a really chill video. I really like doing those style videos where I walk around different parts of the kingdoms and we have good talks and casual conversations so me and you can connect, you know? It's a good time, so check that previous video out. It's pretty dope. However, when I was going to bed last night, you know, usually I record these videos as of lately, kind of late at night. I get a hit up from the boy Sky at the Combat Kids. He's like, Tello, you gotta get on it. And I'm like, no way, this kid's locked in at 3:30 in the morning. No shot. And he shows me the news, and I'm over here spitting at the wall. I'm spitting on the editor. What are you doing? Do your job. Get on the news. Unbelievable. And he shows me some crazy things have happened. So much love over there. Go check out his video, by the way. They are killing it. But let's go into the news, and let me give you my thoughts and stuff that I want to talk about. I'm over here choking on my saliva. What's going on? And then we'll go further in the video. So it looks like when digging deep into the Reddit threads, we have a person who had this. In a summary, I got this question in a survey this evening. His name is Jake Redfield, and it shows about a Blizzard survey saying, please rate how important each of the following features is to you in World of Warcraft Classic Season Discovery: Titan Runes and Heroic Plus Dungeons. That is insane. And if you have been following this channel, and especially if you've been, you know, locked in on this journey with Papatello truly, you know I've been talking about this. You know, when I was doing my Duskwood video, when we were walking down the path and we were making our way to Ravenhill Cemetery, I was saying, listen, it'd be cool if we get some type of lore that, you know, corrupts different zones, or some type of lore with Xal'atath or something where we corrupt different areas of dungeons, and maybe there's a chance we can make stuff like TBC where it's, you know, heroic reputational grinds, and we turn these dungeons into hard mode dungeons. And I know not everybody on the community, one side's like, you know what, do this because it'd be cool for SOD, but another side's like, nah, this is dumb, we're taking shit from the past again, it's not innovative, it's not what we want to see for like SOD, eventually leading hopefully one day into Classic Plus. But you have to understand something. We're already playing shit from the past. We're playing vanilla in SOD and WoW again. It's the same like versions, but just with runes. That's all it is. It's the same shit. Besides the raid tweaks, we're already playing the same stuff. So if this is a good element that they can add into SOD right now, because obviously it seems like maybe they don't have anything super innovative to do besides Phase 3 and Phase 4 content in the future of SOD, right? Maybe they're leaving the innovation for that. But if they want to add something that's a pretty cool thing from other expansions, from WrathFrom TBC into SOD, to make their lore with Xal'atath and anything with the Void stuff within, you know, OG dungeons such as Dead Mines, Wailing Caverns, you know, SM, Razorfen, whatever, do it. That would be cool. And then they can put rewards that are equal or to as best as stuff that you might get in Nomer, or not as good, but maybe damn near there, you know. And this way now the community doesn't need to be like, yo, I can't get into Nomer groups, I'm stressed out, but now I can get into these heroic groups. Fuck it, I don't need to do Nomer. I have really good gear from heroic dungeons, and I'm chilling, and I can get into next phase easily with this gear if it's pre-raid or pre-raid BIS, or maybe even BIS. So I think this is pretty damn cool. I like it, and I dig them trying to go for this inside. Hey, they can even do stuff with what's her name, IIlari. They can do stuff with IIlari, and maybe you have to go through her again in next phase to do some type of quest line to get keys for specific type of dungeons, and it all leads up to her. And like, we can build more lore with her and Xal'atath and go forward from here to see what happens within Season of Discovery in order to unlock these other versions of these twisted alternative dungeons that we were going to revisit. And trust me, guys, there's a lot of cool gear in here, especially dead mines, but like just in general, that I would love to see again. I mean, for instance, when I used to play like private servers on hardcore WoW before WoW was even announced official hardcore, I loved like getting Smite's Mighty Hammer. I mean, when I was doing my Paladin, or the Taskmaster Axe, Cape of the Brotherhood example. What if they were to make the Black Defias armor an improved, almost pre-raid leather variant set for like druids and rogues? I think that would be pretty cool too. Same thing with Wailing Caverns. They can do really cool stuff with like the leggings of the Fang and add different stat and properties to that. And there's so much cool pieces of loot in here that I used to love going after, and many of classes loved going after so many different pieces of loot. Even, for example, the Scarlet Leggings. What if they were to revamp these and have different variants within, SOD? And before anyone says, oh, maybe there was future variants of these in retail or whatever you have to say, I'm not a retail entity. I'm just talking about SOD and the Void Core stuff that would alternate these items to something we have never seen before. Not something in the future, past or present, whatever. I'm talking about just in SOD and the Void Core stuff and how it would affect these specific type of set piece items that would make the dungeons. My nose is getting itchy. I don't know what's going on. I'm having allergies. My bad, guys. But I think it would be pretty cool. Or even the Harad set. If they wanted to make like, the Harad set like a thing, there's just so many, even the white man's, there's so many examples. I could speak about set changes and attribute changes for fucking days if I wanted to, but I don't want to rant on. I want to continue with the video. So there is a lot of options that they can do as far as changing things to heroic variants and or if even Titan rune variants, whatever they want to call it, we'll just call it heroic variants of these items within all these amazing, beautiful dungeons that we love visiting during our level up grinds. I mean, don't get me wrong, I won't tell you Razorfen Downs we love going to because it's completely on the other side of the map as Alliance. But if you're there and you have a Warlock, it's easy, and I like actually doing Razorfen Downs. It's not that bad. But overall, I think there's so much stuff they can do with all of this. I think they can, rechange all this gear to variants of it for, level 40, level 50, whatever, even level 60. However, they plan on doing these heroic style dungeons, or hell, even if they weren't to do any of this, right? Let's say they don't change any of these items, all the the dungeons we're looking through right now, from Dead Mines, Wailing Caverns, SM, Razorfen Crawl, Razorfen Down, Shadowfang Keep, any of them, and any other dungeons that are before 40, right? I wouldn't even mind if there's just a new list of items that we're just grinding for reputational rewards that are locked behind grinding a heroic version of Dead Mines, a heroic version of all the things that I just mentioned, and they're brand new items with cooler looking style items, whether it's a cool looking belt, cool looking shoulders, a new cool looking piece of gear in general, or weapon in general. I would love that, and I think it's cool like how they did the aesthetics with, like, if in Stranglethorn Vale with the blood event for the Paladin sword, it's like glowing like almost like a fiery orange, fiery red, and if they did more cool like effects for that for these items that are locked behind hard mode style dungeons, I think it would be dope. And TBC, you would have to get a key. This is why I'm showing TBC right here, is because you would have to get the key for all these dungeons to unlock the heroic variants, and then you would get the reputational rewards when you're wearing the tabard, and you turn in like the tokens to get your rewards from your vendors. And I think it would just be pretty sick if they do that for SOD, and it would be intriguing to see how much of a difference if they were to combine this with the Titan runes, what we have had from Rav from the Titan rune empowered dungeons, and then the forms of these dungeons were altered either based on the Void Lord stuff or based on the Blood God stuff. And depending on which type of day you are doing stuff, it can be a Void Lord corrupted dungeon, it could be a Blood God corrupted dungeon, and there's like blood based damage, or they can even make it where like it's enemies that do frost, like it shows here, or shadow or fire, however they want to go about it. I think it would just be pretty cool. I know this is stuff that we have seen within RAF already, But with inside, if they wanted to add this, it would just give something for people more to do, rather than at the current moment, which it is just the truth. Most people are just raid logging. Most people are just farming for their consumables for the next raid, and some people, if they are doing PvP like myself, that's all they're doing. And there's really nothing else really to accomplish with inside besides leveling alts, which is always nice if you haven't leveled up alts and doing new characters and you have good friend groups. I've went over this even in my previous video. If you have friends, you're always going to have fun no matter what. But, you know, it would be nice to add this with inside, give the people more activities and stuff to do with their classes. And also, it would help the pugs out a lot who are, you know, struggling with Nomer. And if they can bang out heroic and hard versions of future content, of just dungeon stuff, and they can get really damn good gear, they don't need to stress about having to do the raid gear just for the exclusivity of raid gear. They can just have really good heroic version gear and be able to compete, at least within raiding, if they choose to raid and get better raid pieces. That's completely up to them. However, I don't know, man. The sky is the limit right now with what, you know, Blizzard wants to do. I'm not sure if they're really going to go through with this. This is just an option. This is just like, you know, news out of nowhere. It's out of the left field, but I'm going to be telling you right now, I'm excited. And like I said in my thumbnail in my last night's video, the future's promising. You never know what Blizzard's going to do. And I honestly wouldn't mind if we got some version of you know, TBC raft style dungeon with inside, especially with the runes that we have right now and the runes that we're gonna get based off data mines, which we don't know if are true or not. But in general, we're most likely to get more runes. Let's not kid ourselves. And we're already in such a high, you know, bursting style damaging game where we might be able to, you know, have finally a good challenge in these dungeons where if finally the burst matches the enemy type, you know, and it might be really cool is what I'm trying to get at. However, let me know your thoughts in the video below. I really appreciate doing these VODs as always. And as always, thank you for coming to the channel, enjoying these, you know, little sessions that we have, these little get-togethers. It's been a beautiful day. Your boy had a sandwich and some soup for lunch, and we're chilling right now. We're full. We're taking it easy. Who knows what's for dinner? Maybe a little Chinese food. Who knows? However, lock it in. Much love, amigos. And yes, we're cranking videos out in the daytime. I got to go back under the covers like a vampire. Ha! But maybe we'll go for a walk across the street as usual. Nice stroll around the park. But much love. I'll catch you later. Keep on keeping on. Peace.